champagne and it's feeling like everything. And it's feeling like everything. And it's feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like everything. We turned on in the sun, yeah. On top, now I'm feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like
Oh yeah, you better tune in. Facts with Reem'o. Get ready.
and it's feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like
Cage.
Yeah.
I like
Stir
that he
that pot,
made.
man.
I like that he made people make a decision.
Right.
You had to make a stance, and look at what's happening to the NFL. Their ratings went down. Their
Extremely.
attendance went down.
It's a movement. It's a total
it's
movement.
really-
And don't any of y'all.
You even got DJs
Don't
now
you
doing
even dare
non-football
anything.
parties on Sunday.
Right.
Where instead of watching football, you're coming out and hanging out.
Right.
So, and they're saying non-football.
Social.
So,
Right.
Right.
Getting more
exactly.
social.
And
Oh my
Giavanna,
God.
you might not like this, but
Why?
I'm a black man, as you guys can probably tell. And I also really like football. I'm a big Giants fan. So every Sunday, and that's kind of the reason why I like the fall season, is that I enjoy kind of waking up, maybe a little bit hungover from the night before, checking my fantasy football team because I also play fantasy football, and just sitting on the couch and watching football all day. Now, this season has been a little bit tough for me because there is, like I mentioned with Colin Kaepernick, he's a serviceable quarterback that at least 3 teams I can name on the top of my head could use, 2 of them being in New York. And he hasn't been signed. And I think it's very sad that because of his political stance, he's been blackballed. So one part of me, as a black man, is basically saying, hey, they're basically turning down because he's black and taking a stand and exercising his First Amendment right. At the same time, the other side of me is like, this is the one thing you look forward to all week.
Right.
This is my outlet.
Right.
So I'm constantly torn.
Because you're a true fan of the game.
I am.
Yeah.
And you're not alone in that.
But like
You're
I
not alone
said,
in that.
he wasn't that great.
Yeah.
But he was okay. But at the same time, he was okay. He was okay to bring that team to the Super Bowl.
I think that everyone's life evolves or goes in a direction where it's supposed to be. He's doing and he's at where he has to be and he's doing what he's doing.
He's doing this for the universe,
His calling was obviously not going to be a football at the end of his life. This is something that is shifted, and let's see. I'm excited to see where else he's going to take this.
He's not.
Yes.
He's not an Igga for life.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He did that shit for Beyonce, son. Did that shit for Beyonce. I do for Beyonce too. Shit. Fight the power. Bring back Captain Planet. All right, let's go.
Yes.
All right, save the planet. Shit, Beyonce giving me a Muhammad Ali award?
Yes.
You're daggone Skippy. Nah, I'm fucking around with you. But no.
First, Beyonce, can you give me an award, please?
But no, all right. But let's go to other things. We talk about Mr. 45. I'll mention his name. So what?
I think
President Orange. Hey, so yes.
Right.
President Orange.
Apparently, President Orange. No, sorry, I know. Let's respect him a little bit.
Mr. 45?
Yeah, Mr. 45.
Mr. Trump. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Trump and LeVar Ball. Woo! Getting into some heated battles. Twitter battle. All that. Here's the reason why. Yeah, Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers. Sissy fingers. All that. But nonetheless, they're battling over the fact that, unfortunately, LeVar Ball's second son, not the one that's in the NBA.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, Leandro. Decides to do some sticky fingers in a country where sticky fingers
ain't
too standing. No. They don't get no cut off. Sticky fingers will get you in all that water torture. But nonetheless, he decided to steal some glasses out of the Louis Vuitton store out there.
Out of all stores. Why
I think it was out of Louis Vuitton, right?
I didn't even know China even had Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. But hold on.
Yes, honey.
Manufactured there.
Yeah. But hold on. Yeah. But nonetheless, he was going to get sentenced. And then until Mr. 45
made a call.
picked a picked the perfect opportunity to save the rich Negro,
Right.
right? And did what he do and got him out of that kind of trouble. So there's been kind of a wanting from the president of a thank you. Too bad LeVar Ball said, hell no, I'm not giving you no apology. Should LeVar Ball give an apology? Or should anybody in that matter that's in that position and their child
See,
gets
it's
out
not.
of it,
This
should
not
you
fair.
do it?
This not a fair question.
But hey, this is, let's stop.
It's just not fair.
You got this? Or I got this?
Why?
You got this?
Why? It's not fair. Flip a coin. Which one?
I mean, I'm just. I mean.
Should he? Save the son.
Shoulder shrug. Shoulder shrug.
Kanye shrug.
Kanye shrug.
Honestly, I feel like in this situation, Donald Trump needs to be a little more proactive in other areas other than trying to get good with the urban community.
His Twitter account. Can we start with that?
Please.
I mean, you are the head of a
He
nation.
is messy.
And you call people Pocahontas.
Yeah.
You throw towels to people that need supplies.
Right.
I mean,
It's
it's really
disgusting.
upsetting. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
reason why I
disgusting.
don't say we have a president, and that's the reason why I call him 45. That is the reason why people have taken the name off their buildings.
How much is too
You know what I
much
mean?
for
It's
impeachment?
Like,
let's
it's over
just
the top. So
sign that
my
petition.
But you know
whole
what?
thing is, what was your motive behind this? Because that man doesn't do anything unless it's something.
It's
And if his
exactly.
motive was to get one of the hottest, most controversial eyeballs right now, because between their $525 sneakers and him doing last-minute shots that saves a game, you know, holding up to the reputation that he had.
Alonzo.
And not only
Yes,
that.
exactly. Then it makes sense. And no, if that was your motivation to do it, no, you ain't gonna get an apology.
And you know they're
exactly.
coming out with a new show as
about
well.
saving
right.
a youth that made
Yeah.
a mistake, then yes, I would say thank you
But we
for
already
saving my
know.
child. But that's not the
Yeah,
motive.
they're actually coming out with a reality show. The whole Ball
Drop the
family,
ball,
the whole
son.
Ball family is coming out with a reality show that's going to be, I think, on True TV,
Yeah.
Right.
if I'm not mistaken. And really, I don't know what's going
give
on
it to
here.
them.
I feel like I'm confused. We need to stick around and we got to see what happens 6 months from now, because
Okay, we're gonna
once
stick around.
once
We're gonna
once
touch
that
that.
comes out and we see what happens behind closed doors through the lens, we'll see what really went down, because this
Papa
is,
about to
And
tell him
Gia-
get the lens right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, because in any other situation, yeah, I think LeVar Ball should have been like, hey, thank you, you saved my son. He could have been locked up for up to 10 years in jail, even though it's probably not going to be 10 years because it's just sunglasses, like whatever.
But it's
However,
like, why my son?
Right,
Why
I
are you, something is, knowing what a jackhole he
here's
is, why did you do this
at
for my
least,
son?
like, say, like,
Something-
hey,
Because there's
Just
something
hit an
else that's
agenda.
harder.
Yeah,
like 2 words.
that's what I'm
Thank you.
saying.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, but here's the thing though. If you're, let's just say you and me,
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
If I'm doing something and I'm ahead of something and I'm the voice of something,
Right.
and then I say thank you, right? That means that I owe you.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And so I don't want to position myself in a point of somebody
Indebted
who is
to
very
someone.
pretentious as that to owe something too. I didn't ask you to save my child. If
Right.
I asked you to save my child and you saved my child, then a thank you is in order.
that's a really
but
smart
you took
observation.
the initiative to do something, and I don't know why.
I'd like
And
to-
until such time as you reveal that, I'm not saying
I
Right,
still
exactly.
hold out a glimmer of hope and a shred of
God bless
humanity
you, child.
that
Yeah.
Mr.
Bless your
45,
heart.
like, that
Stop
at least
saying
like
this
LeVar
now.
Ball can have like some type of shred of humanity, be like, hey, I don't agree with your politics, I don't agree with you as a person, I don't agree with your morals, but you did save my child
Fair enough, fair enough.
from possible
But why?
danger.
But why? There has to be a reason
Like
why.
that-
Do you know that
The
most?
why is
wait,
very
wait, hold on,
important.
hold on,
The
hold
why
on.
is very
Why
Do
is
you
important.
know that most of our materials, our sneakers, our technology, our phones, all of that is
Everything.
manufactured
Probably
in China?
this cup.
Not
It's
China, not just
manufactured in-
China and Africa too.
But I'm saying,
But
the
the
majority
technology, the
is
majors.
in China.
Okay.
The majors.
Now, when you think about a president doing that, and this is somebody who's charging $525, who's doing a lot more than just sneakers, you have to ask yourself
The question.
why?
Yeah, there has to be a motive.
There
see,
has
we-
to be
we
something
gotta
more
stop
that
walking
we
around,
don't
just
see.
accept
We'll
it.
I'm
see what
sorry.
happens. I know something's coming up later on.
Things that make you say,
Yeah.
I'm on the
I know what's coming up. I'm gonna thank
What's coming up?
myself because we're in FWR, baby. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. On my paper and my notes. How could I forget? Last but not least, South Carolina cop receives 20 years for killing an unarmed black man.
Finally.
I'm going to ask this question. I know what the response will be, but I'm still going to ask anyway. Is this showing the sign of times that finally, or are they just giving us the little sprinkles like, hey, Negroes, here's little sprinkles. We got a whitey for you. What's going on here? We want to talk about it.
Well,
I said it.
We were talking about this a little earlier.
Right, backstage, we touched on it.
And I feel like, first of all, like I said earlier, what part of South Carolina is this? What's the demographic? Because in any other situation, I wouldn't see this happening, and I don't foresee this happening in the future again.
Okay.
So I need to know, who were the jurors? Who was the judge?
Well,
You know?
one interesting thing that I find in this whole story is how they captioned it. Former police officer.
Right.
So does that mean when you step out of the code of blue, you're not protected?
Right.
And that's the reason why
They
you're
turned their
sentenced?
back.
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
So does that mean that you can't do it if you've done it? Because if you do it, then you go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing. As a journalist, I pay attention to what is written.
Right.
Every word has a purpose.
Absolutely.
And they didn't say police officer, they said former police officer.
They want to
They
separate
wanted
themselves.
to separate
Yeah.
him from the rest, and they wanted to identify him as such, and he's the only one that got
Exactly.
years.
Exactly.
So,
He was made an example, but really not.
Right, so it's things that make you say,
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Hashtag that. Hashtag.
All right, we're gonna flip the script, y'all. Got something for y'all. What do y'all feel about this upcoming rise and fall? A lot of people have started being called on for their hijinks and stuff. Al Franken, one. Matt Lauer, another one. This one, that one.
Charlie Rose.
All of us. Charlie Rose.
Charlie Rose.
All these sexual encounters. What do y'all think about that?
Benny Medina.
Benny Medina. What's going on here? Everybody getting old, as you said earlier?
think the
Or
truth
is
is
it that the
probably
truth is
prevailing.
finally prevailing? Let's
What
go.
hides
Wants
in
to
the
touch it?
dark comes to light.
Everything. Everything.
May not be tomorrow, may not be
You
today.
know what? I believe that a lot of this is coming forward because of the woman movement that's happening.
Right.
And I think women are finally starting to understand that the old ways are not the right ways.
Right.
And that you can speak up, and that you do have a voice, and that you can be a person, and not just an entity.
Right.
For so many years in the entertainment industry, women were just sex objects. That's
Right.
it. You
Right.
didn't have a brain, you didn't have a voice, you did
Hence-
what was told,
Yeah.
and you always looked sexy. Where's your red lip? Where's your red lips and your high heels?
Right.
Red dress.
Red lips.
No, red lips and red dress too. I mean,
red
by,
nails.
pretty woman. You are Jew.
Oh yeah.
you
true.
are a pretty woman.
But so I think part of the reason why this is coming forward is because women are saying no. We're not living by that code no more.
Right.
Amen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm happy about it.
Amen.
I think
Yeah,
I feel
Amen.
I feel like
Right.
there's two sides also to everything because of course
Right.
I gotta be T honey.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a half and half thing going on. Like, yes, I do believe that most of the women, they're really going through this harassment and 100%, and I believe it, and yes.
And some of
But
them
there
are
are the
lying.
few that are just trying to get a come up, and unfortunately, it's up to us to sort of like decipher what's real, what's not. Did I really get touched, or were we playing with each other, and then when I didn't get what I want from you, now I'm gonna try to throw you in the mud, you know? And so it can be really, they have to investigate
And the
these
that
things
T,
and
honey,
see what
we were-
really.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we were talking about this earlier about because of this rise of all of these women coming forward with these sexual harassment cases, we tend to automatically believe them because, to be honest, I kind of feel like an ass if I didn't because it's like,
Right.
oh, you're just playing around, because you didn't get raped. But at the same time, we do have to be objective and look at everything. Now, granted, let's take Matt Lauer. I never thought that could ever happen because
the Olympics won't be the same.
he's always had a squeaky clean
Wow.
image, but then he came out and apologized. I was like, damn. Like, if he did it, then no one else is safe.
I don't know, I have a creep
However,
radar,
we
and I
do
always
have to-
saw him a
I
little
feel like
creepy in my
as-
eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
also as consumers, we have to, as consumers, as people that consume all different forms of media, we have to do our own independent research. We have to look at
Well, you know
every
what?
single case by case, and say, hey, we're like, is there a lie? Is there?
Do they do lie detector tests?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I
though.
hope so.
Here's
They
the
do.
thing.
They should. Well, why is that not? I don't understand.
Well, lie
Because it
detector
doesn't hold
tests
up in
people can
court
pass.
nowadays.
Yeah, you can pass.
people
I don't.
pass a lie
Yeah,
detector
there are
test.
ways
Yeah,
to
and I don't
beat
think
it.
it holds up
There
in
are
court.
ways to
doesn't.
beat it.
Yeah.
What are the
That's
ways
like-
to beat
that's-
it?
By maintaining your heart.
Yeah, the
um,
heart rate.
Your heart rate. If you think of something else and you don't fluster,
Stay
you
woke.
won't get picked up.
Right.
So. that's-
Maury, you lied to us, Maury.
But
No, I'm
check this
just
out.
kidding.
No.
But here's the thing, though. Like, let's take Bill Cosby for an example.
Right.
Right.
All right. I didn't believe it. I
Oh,
really
of course
didn't.
not.
I didn't. And the reason why I didn't was because of some of the women and how they presented themselves. First of all, I don't know. Now, I know women that have been raped, and I don't know any woman that has been raped that would want to see their offender again.
Right.
Right.
That would have sex with their offender again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's such a violation.
Of course.
And so, and it's so dehumanizing to the point where it takes everything within them to even say it.
Right.
Right.
That's the first step.
Put that in.